Hello class 7, this is Pankaj Kumar Yadav, your English teacher, and we have arrived in the journey lesson number 6. The title is Unity is the Strength. Now, after reading this lesson, we will understand the unity and the strength. Once a flock of doves flew far away from their home in search of food. Though they flew for miles and miles, they could not find anything to eat. Tired and hungry, they were flying over the forest. The smallest of the dove was so tired that he said to the dove king, "O king, please, can we rest a bit?" "Oh, come, little one, be brave," replied the king. "We are sure to find some food soon." So the little dove flapped his wings harder. He flew so fast that he found himself ahead of all the others. Soon he turned to them and said, "Come on, hurry up, I can see some food down there." The doves looked down and there they saw some rice scattered on the ground just below a big banyan tree. "Come, my friends, let us eat," said the Dove King. Together the doves landed under the banyan tree and began to eat the rice. Suddenly a vast net fell over them. The doves were trapped in it. "We are caught," cried the king. "What shall we do now?" The next moment they saw a big fat hunter coming towards them. He was carrying a huge club. "We must do something immediately before the hunter kills us," said the Dove King. All the doves were struggling to get out of the net. "How can we save ourselves?" they cried. Now, in the first page, what's going there? See, actually, one time there was a group of doves. Doves, that means a kind of bird. Dove is a kind of bird. So once there was a group of birds, a group of doves. They were flying in search of food, very far, very far, very far from their home. Yes, they were flying. They were tired because they were flying for a long time. So they were tired. So a smallest bird asked the king or the head of that group that, "O king, can we rest a bit? Can we rest a little?" Then the king or the head of that group replied that, "No, my dear, we have to fly a little more and we are soon going to find food." And then the smallest dove or the smallest bird, a little dove, flapped his wings very hard. And now he found himself ahead of all of them. It means that he was flying ahead of them. Yes? Now, after some time, he saw something scattered on the ground, some grains, rice, scattered on the grounds under banyan tree. Now, he just informed the other doves that he's watching some grains under the banyan tree. And after order of the king, they arrived and they landed on the ground near the scattered rice. And after the order of king, they started eating. Then suddenly, a very big net, you can see in the picture, a very big net fell over them. A very big net fell over them. Actually, it was a trap. It was a trap plotted by the hunter. It was a complete trap, and they were trapped in the trap. Yes, they were caught. So they all were now struggling. They were crying that how can we get out of this net? Yes, they all were crying. They all were shouting. The Dove King was asking that how can we get out of this net? But the mind was not working. Mine was not working at the time because it was a time of adversity. It was time a big problem, and hunter was chasing. Hunter was coming. You can see the hunter. This one is hunter, and this hunter is having a big stick, a big club. Yes, and he was reaching towards them. So they were fearing too much. So in the next page, what's happening and how the unity works, you can understand. "I have an idea," said the king. "We must act together. We shall all fly up, carrying the net with us. Remember now, unity is our only hope." Each dove caught the net in its beak, then all together they flew up. The hunter was almost upon them when suddenly he saw his net going up into the air. He was amazed to see the unity among the doves in their effort to get away. He ran after them, hoping that the net and all the doves would soon fall down. The doves saw him running after them, so they flew high over hills and valleys and went far, far away, where the hunter could not follow them. At last the hunter grew tired and gave up the chase. When the Dove King saw that the hunter was no longer following them, he said, "Half our troubles are over. Now we must fly to the hill near the city of temples. There lives my faithful friend, a little mouse. He will certainly help us. He will cut the net with his teeth and set us free." "Yes, yes, let us go to the city of temples," said all the doves in chorus, and on they flew. Soon they reached the place where the mouse lived. When the mouse heard the loud noise made by the flapping of wings, he was frightened and hid himself at the far end of his house. But the Dove King called out to him softly and said that he had come to ask for his help. The mouse looked out. He was happy to see that it was his friend, the Dove King, who was talking to him. "We have been caught in a trap set by a hunter," said the Dove King. "We cannot get out of this net." When the hunter came, we flew together, taking the net with us. "Now please help us cut the net with your teeth and set us free." "Very well, I shall set you free first." "No, no, no," said the king. "Please free my followers first." The little mouse was wise. He understood the feelings of a king towards his subjects. So he began to cut the rest of the net. One by one, all the doves were set free, and then at last the Dove King was also set free. All the doves were grateful to the little mouse for saving them. With a loud flapping of wings, they rose in the air and flew away. Now, in the second page, you can understand the sense of the unity and the sense of strength, the importance of strength, the importance of unity. Now, in the next page, the Dove King suggested to all his followers or all his friends that we must fly together. We must fly together on 1, 2, 3. We must fly together on 1, 2, 3. If we fly together, then definitely we can lift this net with us and we can fly away, fly away. So they all started flapping their wings together and they kept the net with their beaks. Beaks means mouth. With their beaks, they're keeping the net and they're all flapping their wings together. Now, the net was rising above the ground. The net was rising above the ground and rising, rising. And on the other side, at the same time, the hunter was chasing. Hunter was running on them. But unfortunately, for the hunter, he missed and the doves flew away. Yes, the doves flew away so in a fight that hunter could not catch them. Yes, and after a very hard flapping their wings, they just go up, up, up in the air. Yes, and then flew away over the hills, over the mountains, over the valleys. They were flying. Hunter was chasing. Still Hunter was chasing, but after some time, Hunter got tired and stopped chasing. And it was good news for them that Hunter was tired and stopped. But the Dove King informed them or informed the other doves that the adversity is not over, the problem is not solved, it's only half solved. Now we have to get out of this net. So I think that we must go to my friend, a mouse, who is living near the temples. So they all were in chorus together. They agreed that okay, let's go there to your friend. Now, by flapping, by flying away, they arrived to his friend, and the mouse was frightened when he heard the sound of flapping because all the doves were flapping together. So it was a large sound, it was a horrible sound. So mouse get frightened and he hid himself at the end of the house. That what's happening there? Actually, he was frightened. But when the Dove King called him, "Oh dear, my friend," then he just came out and he saw his friend. So he was happy to see his friend. So then Dove King requested him to please cut the net and set us free. Then mouse said that, okay, I'll set you free first. Then Dove King, no, 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 no. Dove King said, no, 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 my dear, set my followers first, set my other friends first, and after that, me. Then Mouse understood the feelings of the King Dove, and he set free the other doves by cutting the net with his teeth. And now all the doves are set free. At last, the Dove King set free, and they all were set free with the help of Mouse. And they all thanked to the mouse, and they flew up to their home. So this was the story. You must remember, you must watch again and again. It's a long story, but a very interesting story. You can understand the unity. When all doves they flap their wings together, then they were able to fly with the net. Otherwise, when only single dove was flapping, then there was no chance of flying. But all together, it means that this is unity. They were showing the unity, and this is their strength. So, in the real life also, we shouldn't be divided. We must be in a unity. Yes, in a union. We must be in a union. So, thank you very much for watching. And if it is interesting, then please like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you very much.